Okay, so welcome to the second part. I have restarted the internet router and now internet seems to be working. So let's continue. So basically we left on this step where we want to test the deployment to Android, and we installed our Android tools here on the system, but we have not yet downloaded the SDK which we need. And basically I've started this Android SDK manager, which now offers me a list of different SDKs which we can deploy to. So as far as I understand it, this SDK which you choose is basically the, how should I put it, the least common denominator, so to speak. So basically you will only have people having this version or higher be able to use your application when you compile against this. Good. So what shall we choose? I'm going to take 403 and can I do it? Okay, guess I can just check these guys. Not really sure which ones I need. I'll just take everything and install it. Okay, install. Okay, failed to create directory, blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess I have to run this as root. So it is not sufficient to do this as a common user, so it makes sense, I guess. So let's do it again. And let's install it. Okay, it is installing. And I guess while it is installing, we can already have a look here in the documentation regarding regarding font rendering, which is the second thing which we are going to have a look at. Okay. Free type font generator, characters generator. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to try next after our Android stuff is done, which seems to take a bit. I wonder if we can... Okay, so I'm not really sure how long that will take. So I'm just going to make the second test without Android support, just so that we can test the font usage stuff. Okay, so I guess we will have 3 different test projects today. Okay, so let's close our project. Wait, what? Import existing projects into workspace. Do I want that? Yeah, I guess I want that. So we can have all these projects in our same workspace. It shouldn't really be too much of a problem. So basically our second test is pretty much the same as the first test, but we have our font rendering stuff included. Okay, so let's steal the example code from here. So we need to provide TrueType font. So let's just copy one there. Do I have File Explorer open? Okay. So I'm going to use the where do I have my fonts? Okay, so I have a few fonts here. So let's use Roboto, which is one of the free fonts provided by Google. Let's put it in source assets and copy our Roboto TFF over here. Okay, so now we should have our font in here. Nice. So next let's use this free type font generator, I guess. Oh well, let's just steal everything and see what we need later on. Good. Okay, so free type font generator is new free type font generator. Okay, and here let's choose Roboto. Then we have these parameters. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want a Korean font. I just want a normal font for now. Generate font. Korean font. Okay. Okay, so we have a bitmap font. Like this. Yeah, I guess for now we are going to make a Korean font just because we don't know what else we can do. But I'm sort of assuming that the Korean font can also render like standard Roman characters. Is it Roman? Arabic? You know, the characters which we use. IRC client usually works better. Yeah, I agree. But in this case, I guess my whole internet was sort of broken because like the other websites didn't work either anymore for some reason. What do you mean? What do you work as? Do you mean like a job or like the operating system or? Yeah. Okay. So let's just try to render our Korean font here. I sort of wonder where we can specify the letters are Latin. Okay, thank you. Where we can specify the color. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's go to our desktop project and launch it. Okay, so we have some characters drawn down here, which are not Korean at all, actually. Okay, so I wonder what went wrong here. Okay, well, it's actually quite well possible that this font doesn't have Korean characters. Yeah, actually pretty much what is probably causing that. Okay, so let's try to render something more suitable, I guess. That didn't work either. So do we have to put the exact same characters here? Oh, and it crashed. Key with name G is already in map. I'm guessing I'm doing this way too complicated. So as far as I know, this generator will create a texture where these characters from this TrueType font are rendered to. And it is rendering them at a specific size. And we also specify the characters which are to be rendered. But usually you can just specify like all Latin characters or something like that. So let's find out how this is done. I mean, there has to be an easier way than just listing all the characters in the alphabet. So let's see. So we have free type font. Wait, what was it called? Free type font parameter. Okay, I guess it's not here in the character. Yeah. Okay, default chars. Okay, good. Okay, default chars is probably what we want. And let's give it another try. Okay, good. Okay, good. That is working. That is working. Yeah, thank you, Coder guy. Don't specify it. Okay, so we can just leave it empty. Well, I mean, leave it at what it is. Okay, that makes sense. And I guess if we want to add characters, we can just append it to here. I mean, if this font actually had characters. Actually, what does it have? Can we see it somewhere? Well, I'm not really sure how this... Okay, font view. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Okay. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, so I'm just wondering how we can specify the color. So maybe there are different, okay, different versions. Line wrap, or I guess there is maybe function to specify it. Like, okay, get color, okay. So we can make set color. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Font set color, thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, again, it's sort of easier than I expected. Which is nice. Okay. Good. Good. So let's see how our download has done. It's not quite ready yet, but almost. Almost. Yeah, I guess the AI stuff is probably too complex to do now. I wonder if I can manage to make it compile from console. So I guess for most people this isn't like super important, but personally I would sort of like to be able to run it from console. And there are two reasons for it. One is that I would still be able to use Sublime Text, which I've been using for some time. And the second reason is that it sort of helps you understand how the build process works. So I'm basically not a big fan of just hitting a button and seeing how it works. Yeah, so let's see how it works. So I've read previously that what did I just close? Oh, whatever. That there is a Gradle app or Gradle script or something, and that Gradle can be used to do it. Yeah. Let me just, where was I? libGDX build Gradle on the command line, okay. Okay. Running on desktop. If it's really so simple, thank you for the links, by the way. If it's really so simple, then sort of what? Yeah, let's make a new window here. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't accidentally kill the Android Ninja. Okay. 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 That is actually really simple. Okay, so Gradle is a script. Gradle startup script for Unix. Gradle base name. Okay. Oops. Just sort of trying to figure out how it's it's actually working. Command, okay. You don't want to read it. Well, I guess yeah. Okay. Just out of interest, let's see what's in this folder. Okay, Grail is apparently an application, Java application itself. Okay, good. Let's just see how the Android install, Android run, packaging, okay. Desktop dist. Okay. Build Eclipse folder. Where did it compile it to? Located the desktop build libs folder. Okay. Okay. Okay, very nice. I didn't expect it to be so simple, actually. Wait, let me just Google a bit what Grail is. Okay, it's not specific to libGDX. Okay, I'll have to do a bit on research on that later on. Okay, so are we done here yet? Not quite. But I guess I shouldn't just have selected everything. It may have been a mistake. Okay, this part is done. And now we find our part is done. Yeah. Okay, so finally let's try Android. The only thing that is strange is that it takes so long for this project generator to load. Well, but I guess we don't really need it that often, so anyway. Okay, so yeah, third test. third test. This time we're going to target desktop and Android. Going to disable everything else. And we're going to go to our Android SDK. Here. You have a more recent version of Android build tools than the recommended. So it is recommending well, let's try it. More recent Android API than the recommended. So I guess I shouldn't just have picked them at random. So yeah. Well, it's not really sure what is causing the delay at the start of the application. So I mean, maybe just. I also noticed that it is showing up earlier, so maybe it was just not focused. So yeah. Okay. So. Oh, I forgot to make the Eclipse project, so let's do it again. Okay. Been successful. Okay. Just for the sake of testing it, do it again. Okay, now it's instant. Again. Okay, so I guess I just didn't notice when it was, loading up. Okay, so let's close these guys. Import our third guy. Okay, now we have 3 different projects, which makes sense. And if we have a look at our Android launcher, we do have a compiler warning. How do you handle refactoring on your project just using Sublime? Well, honestly, I don't do that much refactoring, and if I do, I'm pretty much using like files, which is like not in the most advanced way ever, obviously. Yeah, so refactoring is something where a platform like Eclipse is really better than doing it in a text-based editor. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so something isn't quite working. Import Android OS bundle cannot be resolved. So I'm assuming we are missing a jar file, which didn't quite get found here. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming I'm not the first person to run into this, so let's Google it. Okay. Okay, I'm missing some steps, okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay, sorry, so I guess I'm not using the project generated by the libGDX setup thing, I guess. Just select. Okay, let's do it like it's described over here. Okay, so create a new Android project in Eclipse. Okay, I do not have Android projects here, so I guess I'm missing even more steps. Android SDK must first be installed. Installing the Android SDK bundled from Android Studio. Do I have to install an Eclipse? I guess I have to install an Eclipse Android plugin. Android development tools, okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, I'm not sure, so let's check if there is a version in the Arch Linux packages to do this. So Eclipse Android. No. ADT. Eclipse ADT. Okay, I guess not. ADT plugin for Eclipse. Okay, so let's install it from Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse help install new software. Add repository. Okay. Okay. Developer tools. Next to developer tools. Okay, so basically we just install everything. Accept. Yes. I didn't know that libGDX was created by Austrian neighbors. Very nice. It's a very nice software, so I mean, I've only been using it for 2 hours now, and I'm pretty impressed, I have to say. Okay, so let's okay. I need to restart Eclipse. Okay, so maybe Java version is also an issue. Okay. Yeah, I'm using 1.7. Okay, it has not been set in the preferences, okay. Let's not send stuff to Google. Okay. And let's search for our Android version. No. I'm sorry. It's actually a protein shake, but yeah, it sort of lost its shakiness by standing around. So sorry for providing such a horrifying experience. Okay, opt Android, but the thing is, apply is grayed out here, so okay, without the platform. Okay, nice. So let's choose this guy. What? Well, actually I want to use the existing SDK, I think. Yeah, Wine may be a bit preferable, I guess. So I guess I have to do the install new SDK one. Nope. I don't quite understand. I mean, isn't this just doing what the Android SDK manager already did? Seems like one of the two steps could have been. You're not. Yeah. Install. Yeah, but it didn't let me specify the one which I already had, I guess. I mean, I could specify it in in the preferences, but not here. Well, so I guess we're not needing our Android SDK manager anymore. And yeah, I guess while we're waiting, let's have another look at the API and the documentation. Yeah, I mean, initially it had the platform's suffix, which was not correct. But afterwards I changed it and I was able to select the correct like SDK, but it is sort of ignoring just what I want. Well, whatever. Let's go back to the documentation. I'm sort of assuming that once I have this installed, it will also allow me to use the Android project which libGDX has installed. Okay, so sorry, so apparently I've missed it. Request a new build tools component to be installed. Please open the SDK manager and install Android SDK build tools. Wait, what? Now it is opening the Android SDK manager again? Okay, so Stella, please tell me what to do. I have no idea. So we have Android 5.1.1 SDK platform installed apparently, and Android SDK tools installed. Uninstall that SDK, then change the path to the other one. So I should uninstall the 5.1.1 SDK? I mean, where do I uninstall it? Like from Eclipse or here from the Android SDK manager? If you created Android Home. Nope. Your SDKs are at Android SDK. Okay. Okay. So I have to change Android Home to point at. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be skipping ahead that much. But actually I was sort of following this guy, but okay. Okay, good. So actually, what is the best place to define these under Linux? I'm not. Just check. So I like to make it permanent. Export, okay. Bash profile. Okay, so let's do bash profile. Yeah, thank you, Fram. Yeah, thank you very much for your help. Have a good time. Okay. Okay. So I suppose I do export Android home equals opt. What was it? Android minus SDK. Okay. Is this correct? Yeah, and I'm also going to remove the local Android SDKs. Okay, yeah, I guess these are incorrect. Good. Okay, source. How can I mess this up? Does it have to be like at the end? Or if I just open a new terminal? Or does it have to be in like quotes? You need quotes around the path, okay. Okay, let's try single quotes. So it's pretty much complaining about the first line, which is here. Wait, let me just try again if I open a new guy. Oops. I'm an idiot. Yeah, you're correct. I'm not using bash. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm not using bash. Just sort of stupid. I'm using fish actually. I have no idea actually what the fish equivalent to this bash.rc is. Wait a second, I have to figure this out. Okay. Config. Set -u. Okay. Oh. Okay. Set -x. Okay. Thank you. That seems to config fish. Config fish. It doesn't have a config fish, but I guess we can create it. Yeah, yeah, it works. Export US persistent, okay. So let's make it persistent, I guess. Okay. Good. Okay, thank you so much. How do we continue? Do we just first of all, let me restart Eclipse. -XU, okay. Scope, okay. Okay, so yeah, so first of all, let's make it -XU. Then SDK location, okay. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so which one should I use? The 403 or the 511? And should I use Android or Google APIs? .1? So is it backward compatible? So okay, let's use 5.1. Good. Okay. Well, my phone doesn't support 5.1, I think, so I'm hoping it's backward compatible. Okay, so let's continue following the setup instructions. I was sort of hoping that it has everything it needs now. Make Eclipse use 1.6 instead of 1.7. Okay. Okay, project build target, okay. Builders, build path. Compiler compliance level 1.6. Building. Is it sufficient for this to be at 1.6? Or do I have to change it somewhere else? Okay. Yeah, build path, libraries, Android 5.1, okay. Android jar. Okay, okay. Ah, it's working. It's working now. Apparently it's compiling. Okay, thank you, thank you. So apparently it's compiling now. So yeah, what can I do? So on desktop launcher, what happens if I hit run? Okay, then it runs the desktop one. Okay, open build Gradle. Set the build target to Android. Okay, do you mean here compile SDK version or build tools version? Okay, so it is okay. Okay, wait a second. First of all, let me see how the desktop version executes. I mean, maybe it defaulted to the correct version because we gave it the path to the path to the SDK when we created the version, so that might be the reason. Okay, now how do I launch it to my phone? So I'm assuming we go here and we create a new configuration as Android application. Okay. Okay. Can you Gradle? Okay. Okay. I'll try that in a second. So basically, this is sort of a nice stream because you can see what just blindly guessing will get you and what actually actual knowledge will get you. So, prompt to pick device, I guess. Run. Sending tracking request failed. So maybe I need to have my phone unlocked, I guess. Okay. USB allow USB debugging. Okay. 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 So you have something here. Let's try. Okay. Okay, so this is if you want to have like a simulated session, I guess. well. Okay, we connected. Okay, good. Okay. 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 Oh, very nice. Very nice. So, in order to show it, I need to disconnect it. It will probably crash it, or not? Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, apparently, obviously, it doesn't do anything. But that actually worked pretty nice. So the blind guessing one worked. So now let's just, to be complete, let's do the correct approach using Gradle. So Gradle W, Android install, okay. Okay, so this works as well. So I'm assuming that the command line version will just pick the first device it can find. Which works for me. Very nice. Very nice. What target are you using with libGDX? Well, so far I've been using Slick2D, and my target has been just desktop, so Windows, Mac, and Linux. I mean, personally, as a developer and as a player, I prefer sort of complex type games, like management style games or simulation type games, which are, I guess, more prevalent and more suited for PC. So I haven't really done any mobile apps so far. I mean, I have made like little test apps which were pretty useless. Yeah, but I mean, seeing that it is so easy to deploy to Android and iOS as well, it's definitely an option for the future. So it's actually very interesting. So my horizon has been expanded in this precious 2.5 hours. So yeah, libGDX master race, I guess. Do you know any C# or net? No, I have done a little bit of C++ a long time ago, but I've been largely doing Java lately. If you're into new game frameworks, yeah. I mean, did I say C hash? I'm sorry, C sharp, obviously. Did I really say C hash? I know it's C sharp, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, obviously, building like a small test application is only a really, really small part of making like a complete game. But I mean, this little exercise has actually shown me that it does a lot of what I want and what I expect from a framework. And I've seen that it has a really good documentation, really good tutorials and sample code. It's really well updated. It is pretty straightforward to use, and the integration here in Eclipse is pretty good. Also, there have been no issues at all doing this on a Linux, which is nice as well. Yeah, and community is pretty good as well. So you guys here in the chat are like a really great example for this. So you've actually helped me a lot already. So yeah, I'm definitely considering using libGDX for future projects. And you take a look at fish. Yeah, I mean, I have been using lightweight Java game library and Slick2D so far, and I've been sort of happy, but there has been a lot of stuff missing that libGDX provides out of the box, and there also have been some, little memory leaky things, I think, which are not in my part of the code, which have been a bit annoying. Mario the Benevolent Dictator. What are you talking about? Fire as target. Okay. Okay. Fellow fish user, yeah. Alright. So, yeah. Test deployment on Android is done. Overall impression, very good. Very good. I definitely be, continue using it. I don't think that I will transfer boss constructor to it, because the game is just too far along already, and it would be a lot of work to transfer the base, I guess. But for future game projects, which I'm thinking about at the moment, libGDX seems to be the best choice which I've seen so far. Yeah, so I guess I will conclude my stream here. Thank you guys very much for watching, and thank you for your help and great suggestions. I mean, without your help, I'd probably be sitting here for like 2 more hours, so you've really helped me a lot. So, yeah, thank you. And, if you want to see more of me developing, you can see me every Sunday at 6 p.m. when I continue my work on Boss Constructor, which is the game which I'm making, which is written in mJava, which is like a simplified syntax version of Java. And, players of the game can vote for a new module every week, and I implement that module on Sundays. So it's usually a lot of fun. Okay, thank you. Good evening. And yeah, have a nice week. Goodbye.